From the 12 News Studios, this is EVB Live.
Well, the holidays are a wonderful, but as you know, very hectic time of year. And if you are not careful, they can be dangerous. Coming up on EVB Live, we'll have some tips to keep your holidays happy. Well, whether you are selling, buying, or just even window shopping, real estate is a very hot topic right here in the Valley. Today, we're approaching it actually from a different angle. We are going to talk about safety, especially with the holidays and presents in the house. Realtor Holly Henbest is our Friday guest and expert. Welcome again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, I love this because it's not talked about often. So the first thing we want to keep in mind is protecting your privacy. How do we do that?
Well, exactly. And, you know, no matter what time of year you're selling your home, people worry about people are coming into their home and they feel a little bit invaded. You know, it's their private time to be at home, and now people are walking through their house. So people get nervous whether it's the holidays or not.
Yeah.
But especially at the holidays, when you have decorations out and presents out, my best recommendation to people is don't create temptation.
Right.
If you have small packages sitting around, let's not get those under the tree quite yet. Let's keep those maybe tucked somewhere away in the closet. But let's just make sure we're not creating somebody to easily slip something in their pockets. If you have jewelry, watches, anything of that nature, go ahead and tuck those things away.
And your personal documents too.
Absolutely. I can't tell you how many times I walk through a house and somebody's computer screen is up with their banking information on there, or their mail is laying out, or we can see the document of the next house they're buying and when they're closing. You know, we can just find out so much information by what's left out.
Okay, number two, if children live in the home, you got to protect their privacy too.
You do. We don't need to know what school they go to. We don't need to know what their name is. In so many kids' bedrooms, you'll see the murals with their names splashed across, which looks really cute, but we know probably the next buyer won't have kids with the same names. So go ahead and paint over that before you get your home listed, because not only will people learn that when they walk through your house, but if there's pictures taken of your home and they're put on MLS, they're splattered all over the internet. So anybody can find out what your children's names are and where they go to school just by leaving a name on the wall.
Number three, you talked about this earlier, but don't provide temptation, which is the presents, the jewelry, all that good stuff.
Exactly.
So I want to skip over to number four, protect your safety and the realtor's safety.
Yeah, look out for the realtor as well as the people who will be walking through your house. Sometimes we don't know our clients yet, and maybe we're meeting them at the house for our first time.
Right.
Let's not have knives in a block sitting up on a counter. Let's not have swords up on the wall. And if you do have any weaponry in the home, keep in mind too that little children can be looking at your home. Don't have a gun in a nightstand drawer. God forbid somebody open that drawer. Make sure your ammunition is kept separately. I really recommend either get the guns completely removed from the house or get a gun safe.
Oh, okay, good stuff. Number five, don't use a lockbox that you can buy at a hardware store.
Yes, I brought a little show and tell. Some realtors are still using these old-fashioned lockboxes that you can get at any hardware store.
Right.
You just put in a code and then you open up the key. There's no tracking of what time they opened the key, who got the key. They could accidentally have it written on a piece of paper. Anybody could see what that code is, come back at another time. A licensed realtor can get this kind of lockbox that's open digitally, and when it's open digitally, the listing agent who has that listing can know at that moment who entered the house at what time, where they work, their cell phone, their email, all of their information. So if something did happen at your home, you would be able to track very easily exactly who and when was in your home.
Excellent point. Holly, thank you so much for your time.
You bet. Thank you.
Appreciate it. See you next Friday.
All right. Thank you.